Today's video, how I broke my Walmart Hypertuff Extended Ratchet. Hello, I'm Eugene Torto, this is ET Garage, and today's video is just a short video about how I broke my Hypertuff Walmart Hypertuff Extended Cordless Ratchet. Before you go saying it's cheap Walmart Chinese stuff, which it is, it's not its fault that it broke. It's mine. It's all on me. And I'll go over what I did and how I broke it and how I might actually be able to repair it. But basically, I tried using this as a breaker bar. I was trying to loosen up a bolt, and it required a lot of torque. I really should have used like a 1/2-inch ratchet on it. I ended up using an impact on it, the bolt I was loosening up. And I originally tried using this, and because of the extended reach, you kind of have a tendency to use it as a breaker bar, which you shouldn't. These are not made for breaking bolts loose. Almost none of the cordless ratchets really are. You're better off using a ratchet or a breaker bar, especially if it was the type of bolt that I was trying to take off with this. But basically, I used it as a breaker bar and broke it, and you can see, hopefully, this little tab right here broke off, and that fits in this little ball here. And this spins around like this or like that, and when that does that, that ratchets this back and forth, and that's how that action works. And you can see, hopefully you guys can see that, where this is not supposed to come out. And this little tab goes on the shaft that rotates. Broke off. That goes in there like so. It hooks to that little round shaft that spins and rotates it around. But I might take this apart and try and weld that on there. Weld that on there, or even build up a weld and machine it. I don't know. I got to see how far this I can take apart. It looks like it comes apart pretty easy. A couple of torque bolts. But I might just do that in another video. I did go and buy another Hypertuff Walmart extended ratchet. Now you're saying, why don't I go out and spend big bucks on a like a Milwaukee or something? And you know, for the amount that I use it, this is fine. It's even buying 2 of these is still about 30% cheaper. It's still a lot cheaper than buying a Milwaukee. I think Milwaukees are like $179, where these are like $60 each. So. And I also already had this bigger battery and the charger for it, plus the original battery and charger that came with it. Of course, the new one came with a battery and charger. It comes with the small ones, and not like the big one there. I got the big one in case I'm doing something all day long that will last, and I'll have another battery. And now I got 3 batteries and 3 chargers, basically. So maybe I'll try and repair this. And take this apart, weld it, and see if I get lucky. Who knows, maybe I can machine a new piece. But we'll see. Maybe I'll do that in another video. Let me know in the comment section if you want me to do a video on that. In the meantime, I am still waiting on the rear shocks to come back from Rytech. I just shipped them out the other day, so they haven't even gotten them yet. I have to check tracking. They'll probably get it tomorrow or today, and I might have it back. If they did it as quick as they did the other ones, I might have it back maybe Saturday or early next week. And I got to do that to the vet. I got to, what else I want to do? Oh, I want to bleed the brake. I always flush my brake system every winter. I'll go over that in another video. I've done a video on it before, but I'll do another video. And this thing is still covered with road salt and stuff from that trip I took to Florida, the Key West, Florida, where I brought all the cold weather down there. It's finally, I think, starting to warm up down there. So there's that. A few other projects, but I'll go over that in the future. Like I said, this is just a short video. I'll end it here, I guess. In the meantime, everybody have a great day, and God bless.